We can't let this. Let's back up and do this over again. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name's Harry. I had that great unfair game last week. So I had a great unfair loss this week of
Hey, good for
£2.
you.
Sounds good.
So it's not everything that I gained, but it still went the right direction. So I'm okay with that. So Alyssa, how'd you do this week?
The same thing happened to me, Harry, and I was very happy to lose. I had gained 5.4, I lost 4.2. If you take into consideration since Thanksgiving, I'm down 0.7 pounds. So yay for me.
Wow, that's great. Everybody else is gaining between the virus and normal holiday stuff. This is the gaining period. So
Yeah, well, I don't think that I should be rolling up all that time, but I was down, I was happy.
awesome.
So yay. How about you, Kath?
I was down 1 pound and I was happy.
Yay!
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Okay, so there's this always conversation around holidays about cookies and bacon, and because there's these holiday cookies. Apparently, it's illegal to make any other time of the year. Is that the problem? Because
Well, I
God
told
help you if you made them on July the 4th and it had a Christmas tree on it. I mean, people be locking you up. Oh my God, you can't make those. Those are Christmas cookies.
Okay, this was that conversation before we started recording.
Yeah.
Somehow I got attached to this Facebook group, and I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but it was like IDEO Cheats or something. And they post food all the time. That's all they do is post food.
IDO
never-
cheat.
I think that's what's in the hashtag in there, and I don't know what else. But anyway, so they've been posting all these desserts, and I am craving sweets like crazy. So I unfriended them.
Good.
And then I said, now I'm just craving like donuts and cookies and those little Swedish wedding cookies and all of that stuff. So I think I told Bob I might bake this weekend. And then I thought, well, do I really need 8 dozen cookies because that's what the recipe calls for? Or should I just go to the bakery and buy some, eat them and get it over with? Because then I could control my portions.
Okay. Kathy, what's your input on it?
I kind of like just going and getting what you want and controlling those portions. I really do.
I think that's
Because if
probably
they're
way
laying
better.
around here, if they're even in the freezer or in a container or anything, they're going to get eaten.
That's true. That's very, very true. So that's what I was thinking. So I don't know. I might have to go shopping this weekend. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a baker. I have helped Kathy make our famous pumpkin pie, crestless pumpkin pies before. I don't know if I can ever say I've honestly made one totally by myself. Have I?
Yeah.
Close.
Pretty close, but not totally by
Okay,
yourself.
so I'm not an expert on this, but there's this new modern device that's out for Christmas this year. I think they call it a calculator. Have you heard of this? Where you can actually take a formula and divide it by how, like, it says 7
Give me a
dozen
recipe.
cookies. You want
Give me a
1
recipe.
dozen. You divide that, and it'll tell you exactly how much each ingredient you need to put in it.
That is
Only
amazing.
make a dozen instead of 7.
But if you're going to get all the trouble, why not make the 7?
Well, I think that's,
Wait a minute, how much trouble is it to lose 7 dozen cookies that you
yeah, that's a lot. There's a
eat?
lot.
Let's
of
put it in
involved,
proportion.
Yeah.
If it's easier to lose it
Pulling
as it
everything
is to make
out,
them, they go ahead.
dirty, and then you have to clean up everything.
Yeah, the cleanup is the same. The effort is the same. It's just a smaller batch. So yes, I agree. That's why the batches make so many dozens, because you don't have to do it every single day. I get that. But Harry, you have a good point, and Kathy, you have a good point about eating or buying. It's just might be easier.
No, I agree with the buy-in, and yeah, it's Maysville is noted for this little custard type pie. They call it transparent pudding, which is basically Carol syrup in a crust.
Yeah,
It's gel. And I remember being up there years ago and buying 6 of them, you know, from the bakery is famous for it, McGee's Bakery up there. They never made them to Cincinnati. Now the good news is I didn't need any gas in the car because I had so much sugar in me. I could have pushed the damn thing back. That's the closest I ever come to being in a sugar coma.
Yeah, I have a friend that I bake for Thanksgiving, and they like chess pie. And I'm telling you, chess pie is eggs and sugar, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a custard pie. It's all.
Yeah, and the transparent pudding pies are similar to that. It's a little bit different than a chess pie.
Yeah,
And it just might be where you buy it or where from, you know.
that's probably true.
Yeah. So good. All right. So let's buy it and see how we do. And to see if it's easier to lose a dozen cookies than it is 7 dozen cookies. Yeah. So what is your favorite Christmas cookie? Is it a regular cookie, or is there a special thing?
I love just iced sugar cookies.
Okay.
I love those. But when I was looking at this website, you know, they have just everything. And I'm like, ooh, that looks good. Ooh, that looks better. Ooh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to rein myself in.
Kathy,
go out and eat.
what's your favorite holiday cookie or treat?
My grandmother and mother made these. It's a thin roll of pastry, but you do a nut filling inside.
Mhm.
Roll it up, and you do powdered sugar on top of it. That was really good, so long as they were fresh. Once they got a few days old, they got harder, but that was okay though too, come to think of it. You dump them into coffee.
Yeah. Now, what about cream candy? Anybody know about that? Or that's for sugar too. That's. And then also from Maisel, they had this thing. I can't remember what it was, but basically it was like a sponge cake wrapped in marshmallow and then covered with nuts. I mean, that was good too. And I'm not a cake person. Larry's grandmother was famous for that. My best friend's grandmother was famous for that, making that one. Yeah. All right. So what kind of challenges did we all have this week? Anybody eat out? Anybody buy anything that they wish they hadn't of? Or
You know, on Sunday, I was helping out at the shop, and Jenny had bought each of us a sandwich for lunch. Now, this is a Bridgetown Finer Meat sandwich, so it's this thick, and everybody got turkey, which is fine with me. So I had half the sandwich. And then she had also gotten chips, Fritos, and regular potato chips, and she had potato salad. She also had fresh fruit.
Oh, fresh
And
fruit.
then she also had cookies.
Of
I was
course.
really pleased with myself. I had half of my sandwich and I had fresh fruit, and let it go at that.
Yay for you.
Awesome.
I mean, to pass up Jenny's cookies, I looked at them and I thought, no. I saw the bag of chips open. I said, no. I didn't even want the potato salad, but that's
Yeah. Very
God,
good.
I came home and I thought, you better mark this down someplace. I'm not sure that's ever happened before.
Yeah, I wish I had a ghost star I could press on the screen for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, that's great. And if you had the whole sandwich and you had the chips and then the fruit, physically, how full would you have been? Would you have been stuffed or just comfortable?
Probably at that point I would have been stuffed.
Yeah.
And I did have the rest of the sandwich for dinner that night. So it was
Right,
like
well, good.
2 meals out of one.
And was it I mean, probably enough meat on even the half of it to be a whole sandwich,
Oh, yes.
you know, so.
In fact, sometimes I've said to her, I didn't know she was doing this, but I would have said to her, if anyone wants to split a sandwich with me, let's do that.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Melissa, how about you? Do you have any social things this week or any challenges?
No, I baked last weekend. But I didn't even eat any of it. I mean, I didn't taste any of it.
Oh,
I baked it and then packaged them up for Christmas and put them in the freezer. So, yay.
good. Well, you did talk about doing that.
Yeah, yeah. So I've still got another batch to make for January.
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking that probably this weekend I'll make the dough and then maybe bake them the day after Christmas or something.
Good.
So get it out of the way. We're supposed to have a kitchen remodel starting the week of January 4th.
Oh, wow.
So I won't have a stove or to make anything. So if I'm going to do baking, I have to get it done and over with. So
So will that make your life more challenging food-wise or less challenging by not having a stove?
I would think challenging.
Okay,
I'm pretty cheap, so we're not going to eat out every night.
right, good.
So, but I don't know, like I've made soups and packaged them in the freezer so we could heat them up in the microwave. And I guess we'll just do soup and sandwiches and we'll see what happens.
All right, now how many days are they predicting it'll take?
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
hmm
Are they sleeping there
and like
too?
Bob said, not all of that will be without appliances.
Right,
You know, once they get we're replacing our flooring. And so once they get the flooring down, the appliances can be packed, you know, in the cabinets, you might not have a countertop, but you'd still have your appliances that you'd be able to use.
okay.
So we'll see.
So are you getting new appliances and stuff or?
Yes, they're being delivered on the 22nd
Oh,
of
wow.
December. So yeah, so I got to clean out my garage this weekend.
Well, that's kind of a blessing.
Yeah, really it is. We've just got to shove things around because
Uh,
the refrigerator and the stove and the vent and the microwave will be in there.
Now, when did you move in this year to your home?
In February, February 27th.
Almost a whole year, huh?
Just
And
about.
did you always know you were going to do all the stuff you've done?
We knew that we were going to do the kitchen.
Yeah.
We just didn't know what we were going to do
Mhm.
because, you know, you have to decide cabinets and
Oh, I know.
countertops and
Yeah.
it's all up in the air still. So
Okay.
not so much, I mean, we've got a contractor, but you know, Bob was looking yesterday at flooring again, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the things that most people don't realize when they quote decide to build a house and how many individual decisions someone has to make.
yeah, you're absolutely right.
You know, I mean, thousands and thousands, and the
Yes.
contractor ain't going to do it because they don't want to be blamed for it if you don't.
Yes, you're right about that too, yes.
Yeah.
And Bob is very, he's artistic. He can
Okay.
see, he can envision things. He knows what he wants.
Right.
And he'll ask me questions. And so finally this week I just said, look, we lived not very many different places, but we've lived like 4 different places, 5 different places maybe. And you adapt to whatever's there. So
Yeah.
we both agree on the basic layout's going to be the same. We both agree on the countertops and the cabinets. The rest of it, go for it. So.
Well, good. Yeah, I used to teach architecture and I came up with this theory because I had friends that built houses. And I said that my theory is you should build your dream house somewhere where you really don't want to live the rest of your life. Live in it for 3 years, sell that house, then go build the house you should have built the first time and live there the rest of your life. And you know, it's kind of like with this weight loss journey. You know, you try to lose weight one way and it may or may not work for forever. Then you got to go back in and rebuild your structure and do it all over again. And you know, I think that's one thing that is difficult about weight management is we would like to think, well, if this works now, it should work forever. But I mean, look how much different our world is right now.
Yes.
You know, if we predicted back last Christmas, there's going to be this virus, and the virus ain't going to make you make weight, but the fact the virus exists it's going to cause the average American to gain between 10 and 15, 25 pounds, they'd be locking me up. And that's exactly what has happened. And that's what will come out in January when they start putting the numbers together. Because it was 15 pounds in September, the average American gained. And this, I mean, it's everything is worse now. I mean, it's all worse now. The longer it lasts, the more challenging it is for most people. I think we three are handling it pretty well, to be honest about it. I don't, I go on regular life and take precautions and, So, Kathy, how many changes have you had to make in your weight loss journey over the years? And does the same thing work when you start doing it again, or you find out you have to do something different?
Nothing stays the same. Things that worked before don't seem to be working now.
Yeah.
I actually even started going back to the eating lunches the way I ate lunches when I was teaching.
Oh,
With
really?
My thin sandwich thin bread with my tuna
Uh-huh.
on it.
Right, I remember that.
And my 40 calorie applesauce, no sugar cup, and my Jello cup. That's what I would take for lunch at school. So this week I actually found myself doing that again. I thought, oh boy.
There's little kids out in the living room going, Miss Kramer, Miss Kramer, can I go to the bathroom?
So, yeah.
And how long did you do that when you were teaching? How many years? Was that something you done?
No, I'd probably say close to 10.
You did exactly that, and that really helped you.
Yeah, close. Okay, 8 for sure.
Okay. Well, I think generally speaking, though, most of us will eat about the same amount of calories for breakfast and lunch most days, unless there's something special going on. And it's, the snacking in between and the dinner and afterwards, that we had to be more sure of, type of deal. Oprah is one that pushes you shouldn't eat after 7. But that's the fact that she's admitted she's an emotional overeater, and she always did that after 7. But it isn't anything about the time the calories come in that makes any difference.
Mm-hmm.
But you do want to look at why you're emotionally overeating versus the fact what you're eating. I mean, God, I gained weight on Fiber One cereal. How embarrassing is that? That's sawdust with cinnamon on it. Of course, I used to teach shop, so I like sawdust. But yeah. Now, Lisa, do you have one of these air cookers? All my railroad people are talking about air cookers.
Oh, those air fryers?
Yeah, air fryers or something.
Yes, I do have one, but I don't use it very often.
And is there certain things that it works better with than other conventional stuff, or what's? I wouldn't know if it's what I air fryer was if it smacked me in the face.
Honestly, I really, really wanted one, and I got one as a gift, and I'm not very impressed with it.
Okay.
So I think it makes awesome onion rings. I also think
Yeah, well, good.
Yeah.
If you're going to eat onion rings, let's eat awesome ones.
But I only eat those like twice a year.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think that my oven at my just regular oven is better. So it's good. They say that you can do a whole lot with it, and I just don't think I'm as inventive or creative as I could be.
Kathy, you don't have an air fryer, do you?
I do.
Oh, do you? Okay, I'll see how much I know about you. Well,
Yeah,
I think
really,
10 years.
I do. I've
How
done
did you use it?
like shrimp and asparagus spheres
Okay.
in it, and really liked it. I've done, most recently I did Parmesan crusted chicken breasts,
Hmm.
and I do the whole package, and that way I put it in the freezer and pull them out. I think I've got one more left.
So you did that from being raw to fully cooked?
And yeah, you should be impressed. My only thing is, I see recipes, but they don't give me enough. And I'm one who needs a lot of direction. Like when you say, I need it to say, you put it on this temperature for this long.
Right,
Want me to turn it? You better tell me, turn it after so many minutes.
right.
And some of the recipes I find kind of leave that, I guess they're expecting a more experienced cook who can just kind of judge it. So I have gotten one or two cookbooks on it, and but I find out with cookbooks, so many of the recipes I'd never eat anyway. So I've just trying getting them offline now.
Sure.
But once again, it's just like, okay, is that total 15 minutes? Really? Is that all I need? And stuff like that.
Well, what these guys were sharing, one guy had one, and he wasn't impressed by it either. But I think he did something like tried to do chicken nuggets, and that didn't work. He said, didn't cook the nugget, but maybe he didn't cook it long enough. I don't know. But the other thing one guy said was great is if you go like to a restaurant and then you get fries and you bring them home and they're cold, you put them in the air fryer and they turn out great. So we might try that next time we go to Sebastian and get fries, because they're usually cool or cold by the time we get them back from the restaurant. Put in the air fryer and see if that puts them back to their original taste. Yeah. I just wonder, I mean, I think these guys think of themselves more, barbecue type guys versus being actual cooks or chefs. Although a couple of them seem to be, real cooks about it and stuff. Yeah. And they were talking, one guy said he had a friend that shot an elk, and he mixes that with the deer meat that he has. These guys, you guys notice they have cameras out in the woods to locate deer. They do. They
Yes, they do.
Yeah, and the camera goes off. It sends them a picture. They're trying to find out where the deer really hangs out. Whatever. I just. Well, it's kind of cheating, isn't it? You're supposed to.
I don't think people Boom did it that way.
I don't think so either. Yeah. Oh well. So, what will next Thursday night be?
Christmas Eve.
Now, is it Christmas Day? It's a family thing for you, Lisa?
We do something on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Christmas Eve is at my nephew's, and Christmas Day is at my sister-in-law's.
Okay.
Yeah.
On Christmas Eve, what would be your must-have food that you can't get Christmas Day? Is there anything there that you can only get from the people that you meet with on Christmas Eve?
No, they're ordering pizza.
Oh, well, that's American. Well, it is actually. Yeah.
Which I cannot eat. So I said to Bob, how rude will it be when I bring my own food? I don't know, but that's probably what I will do. So.
I used to do that to BK before Kathy, to this one family I was invited to. They never had anything I wanted to eat, so I bring my own food and everything. And one time I brought a salad, and these are college educated people, and the cousin goes, we don't have any salad dressing. I said, that's okay. I brought my own dressing too. You guys like to try it? They actually like the salad. Dressing. It's like, golly, this is what salad tastes like. First, last time I had salad, I had the Heimlich maneuver performed.
Right,
I almost died from it. But yeah, up until that point, I was a salad person.
Gosh, Harry.
Yeah. Now, what about on Christmas Day? Any better food there? Or?
Well, we're bringing it, so yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Any must-have thing that is Christmas besides the cookies?
Well, yeah, I don't know if there'll be cookies. There will be on Christmas Eve, I would imagine. But Christmas Day, I don't know what dessert will be, to be honest with you, but we're bringing the roast. And
Yeah,
I'll probably make some fresh bread, and then we'll have mashed potatoes, and I don't know what else.
okay. So
So,
it's any of those things that must have for you that they're done uniquely in some way for the holidays?
well, there's roast because that's the only time we get it is Christmas Day.
Okay. Well,
'Cause
that's
we do a-
good.
Yeah, so, because we do a prime rib.
Oh, wow.
And that's about all I can think of right now.
So you like your prime rib raw, medium, done? You like to hear the cow moo? What?
Raw,
Raw.
rare.
Oh, is that right? Oh my God.
We do medium rare.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Kathy, you're gonna be with your family on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Well, Christmas Eve, we're doing Longhorn, right?
Mhm.
And carry out, we're doing salmon, probably. Is that what that's what I like to do, huh?
Probably.
Salmon. Yeah. So that should be pretty good. So yeah. Now Christmas Day, you're at your sister's house.
Right.
Now, was she in her apartment like this time last year?
Yes, she was.
And did you do it there last year?
Yes, we did.
Okay. So is there any must-have foods there for you?
No, because it's more snacky kind of stuff. You know, we're there maybe 3 hours or so, 3, 4 hours, and then everybody kind of heads
Yeah,
out.
because you guys do the present thing like really, really big.
Yeah, we do.
Or at least you do the presents really big. I don't know about that, but
Well, I think they do it even bigger sometimes.
oh, do they? Okay, and that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the four of us.
All right. So why don't we try to shoot for the Friday after? Just touch bases.
Now that's Christmas Day.
Or Saturday after or whatever. I don't know. I mean, all are gonna run together and then. And I'll just, and again, I'll be working, so I don't know, I might not be able to do it, but if I'm off around 1 o'clock or something, I'll send an email out. If you guys can make it, you do. If you can't, that's fine too. Just a
Okay.
short meeting to touch bases and just get us, so we don't go crazy for 14, for 14 days or something. Which, it can happen sometimes when you fall off the wagon. Like I said, the great thing about falling off the wagon is it runs pretty slow because there's a lot of heavy people on the wagon, so you can't run that fast. So you jump right back up on there, Yeah, the poor horse is pulling that wagon. Yeah. All right. Well, great. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I was going to say Happy Birthday. Well, it is Happy Birthday. What is it?
That's right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Jesus' birthday. Yeah. Yeah. So just be sure you have the thing you enjoy the most and sit there and really enjoy it. That would be a good present for yourself.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll see everybody hopefully next Saturday then for a short meeting.
All righty.
All right.
Merry
Bye bye.
Christmas.
Merry
Uh-huh.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.